It's been crazy. The year has definitely started off with a bang from January anyway.
I was going to say, I mean, it's not a bad way to start a new year, is it? Just a 65-day UK tour.
No, it's pretty cool, and it's something I never thought that I would get to do or be in the position to do. So I'm really chuffed, and as well as that, I got to actually give up my regular job and do music full time, which is an absolute dream come true for me as well this year. So I'm
Oh,
pretty I'm pretty excited about that.
that's incredible. Like when did that
Yeah.
happen?
In December.
December.
So I decided, because I work in telecoms and IT, have done since I'm 16 years of age,
Mhm.
and I work for a great company. And so they said, well, how about, look, any days you're free, you can do some contracting work for us and whatnot, bits and pieces. So I said, yeah, it sounds like a good deal. Now I haven't had the time, or haven't done any work for them since January, but the offer is there anyway, nonetheless. So it does ease off around May. I don't think we have many theatre shows in May, and I have a couple of festivals, but June and July are quiet as well. So, I'll maybe dabble back into that and keep my hand in the IT side of things as well. So,
But it's good. It's good, like you say, you got that to fall back on. But like, massive
yeah.
congratulations for being able to go full time with your music now. That's huge.
Oh, thank you so much. And it was this one of the scariest things I've ever done. I'm a planner. I like to have my ducks in a row. I'd be afraid I couldn't pay the mortgage or the car payment or anything like that. So, yeah, it was a nervous step for me, but thank goodness the work is flowing in with the theatre shows and other bits and pieces coming in from festivals as well. So it's allowing me to live the dream, as they say.
Oh, I love that. I mean, and it's been a minute since we last spoke. What was it? It was Country on the Coast.
That's right, yeah, in South End, wasn't it?
I think it was before that. I'm like,
Southampton.
I think it's early. Yeah, there's so many festivals. I sort of lose track of what happens where. But
Yeah, I know, I'm the same. And we were only back down that way not so long ago. We were doing the show down that way, and I remember the pier and everything. And then we were over in Cromer Pier, and it was the same kind of setup. So yeah, you pop back into my head then as well.
I mean, you were already excited about this tour when we spoke then. So like, how are you finding it now? Like, you're a month or so into the experience. Like, how is it for you?
I was nervous starting it anyway, because no matter how talented anybody is, or how talented you think you are, or how much knowledge you think you have, it's always a massive learning curve anyway, going into something new. And again, this has been a huge, massive learning curve for me, because it's all theatre shows. It's totally different than, say, honky tonk bars and stuff like that I'm used to going in and playing with the band, maybe having a few beers, you're relaxed, you get up on stage, it's absolute party time from the get go. People are in that mode. Whereas with the theatre shows, it's a lot more reserved. So I find it's good for me in a sense of, I have to push being an entertainer more than just being a normal singer or standing there singing and with the band. And you have to push that and work on that skill to get people interactive, because all they can do is sit there and clap or sing along to the songs. That's all they can do. I'm so bad. At the first show, I didn't realize that people are not allowed to stand up in theaters. And I was like, why is everybody not standing up and having fun? And the guys were like, no,
And,
no. And every theater we go into, it's different. Like, it's either the last two songs or the last three songs, they're allowed to stand up and have fun. So all night you're up there and you're doing a different type of entertaining, trying to get them on side and make sure that they're enjoying it, while trying to relax and enjoy it yourself somewhat. I know, being an entertainer, you don't get to do that very often, but it is nice for you to enjoy doing the show as well. So yeah, I'm finding it a steep learning curve. I'm still getting used to that side of things, but really enjoying it at the moment. The travel is tough as well.
I bet, yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, I know that you gigged very extensively. We talked about that, when we spoke last, and that's where you learned your stagecraft and stuff. But like you
Yeah.
say, it is such a huge different skill set and like different, and a step up going into these venues. Like you say, people don't stand up, which I still find weird when I go to shows like that. Like, because it feels weird to me to sit down if someone's singing.
Yes. It is, and some of the shows, it's funny, you can tell absolutely. Like, we have, when the lights go down, music comes in to start off the show, and you can tell by people whether they're cheering or not, or whether they're wearing a couple of cowboy hats in the audience. You know it's going to be a good night then. And some of them are so reserved. We did one last week, and the audience was so reserved. Like, a little bit of clapping, and that was it. They didn't want to interact very much or sing along or get involved that way, and that's fine too. I just don't see the point in going to a show and not letting loose and having a little bit of fun time as well. So yeah, and sometimes the audiences then they will allow them to come down and dance at the side of the stage and bits and pieces like that. And I like that because it's kind of a party atmosphere, and people are letting their hair down, and their £30 is well spent. Then they're getting to enjoy their night out, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Just forgetting about your life for 2 hours and coming and enjoying the music for what it is and celebrating Luke Combs' music. As I said, it's not a lucky likey, soundy likey tribute show. There are people out there doing that, and they're doing it extremely well. This is more of, we wanted to bring Luke Combs' music to more people that haven't heard it before. And we've had numerous people, kids have come up to us and go, this is the first time we've seen a concert, and they're blown away. And you're like, that's so cool that the first time they've experienced that in their life is getting to see you, play the part of Luke Combs on stage, or whatever way you want to call it. But it is cool that they get to see that. So I've had some amazing experiences so far, and hopefully a lot more to go.
Well, I mean, definitely. This thing's running till what, like the end of October? So
it's running till the end of October, and thank goodness it's been going that well that all the shows we've done in the UK, most of the theatres have booked back for next year.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, so it looks like it's going to roll into 2027 as well, and they're hoping to include Europe and a few more bits and pieces in it then as well. So fingers crossed everything goes well for the rest of this year and we get to do that.
I mean, that's pretty exciting. I know you've played some shows in Europe before, like when we spoke, you just played Switzerland and stuff, but to get to go back with this huge full band playing this big set list, that must be just a dream.
That'll be something I'd be really looking forward to, getting to go over there and do that. I am actually going back to Switzerland. Me and Sam are going back twice this year to do the singer-songwriter thing, because I don't want to leave or forget that element of things as well, where I get to do my own original material in front of people and bring that out as well. The show is amazing, and for the experience of what I get to do is cool, but I don't want to lose touch of what I do as an artist as well.
I was going to say, has that been difficult for you, because you've played your own original music in your shows for so long, to then go into playing, into just playing Luke Combs' music? Was that like a big thing to sort of get into the swing of?
Yeah, definitely. I love Luke Combs' music. That kind of modern country, but I'm a 90s country fan. That music is the best to me. I'm a Garth fan, as you can see by the hat. Huge Garth fan, and that's originally what I wanted to do, and it's originally what Sam and I had approached the production company about, was doing a Garth Brooks show. And they didn't think it would sell as well. And in hindsight, looking at things now, I mean, I don't think he's even sold out Hyde Park in the UK. Really, but Luke Combs seems to be that bit more popular. So I certainly love Luke Combs' music, and when the idea was put to me, I said, absolutely, it's something that I would do. But again, there has to be a shelf life on doing something like this. While it's fun and I love doing it, the band are absolutely incredible, I don't want to lose sight of what I'm doing and what I set out to do with my own original material and put my own original album out there as well. So we'll have to keep that in the forefront.
We're still waiting for that. We still want that.
It's nearly there. I keep saying this, but it is nearly there. I literally have one more song, and the guy that's producing it, he's so hard to get hold of, and he's so hard to get to do anything. He's playing with a Freddie Mercury tribute. He's doing 3 Arena, and he's touring with them as well. So it's I love this guy, and I love working with him. But so I have to wait on his schedule for this.
I mean, you mentioned the band before. I mean, that's led by like Sarah Jory, who's like the queen of the pedal steel. How has it been like collaborating with those guys and getting up every night and just like letting loose?
It's amazing. And as Sarah said as well, she goes, this is a whole other new audience for Sarah as well. Mm-hmm. And they're blown away when I tell them. I mean, we do an acoustic set every night. It was Sarah's idea to strip back a couple of songs, and we do like maybe 3 or 4 Luke Combs songs acoustically. And it's the coolest part of the show because I get to introduce the band. And they're all so talented in their own right. But I mean, Sarah, she's the world's #1 steel guitar player, female steel guitar player. She toured with Van Morrison for 8 years. She's played with Eric Clapton, Phil Collins, the Waterboys, Kenny Rogers. And I always tell people she's going back over in November to, to Nashville, and she's playing with Slash from Guns N' Roses. So, like, she's a huge rock chick as well. Her dream came true this year. She got to play on the stage in the Grand Ole Opry, the house band. So, I mean, her legend absolutely precedes her. And I think when people are not aware of who she is, when we do the acoustic set and I get to tell them about Sarah, they're blown away. I mean, the people come up to her afterwards and they're just stunned by it, like everything that she's achieved, in her musical career. It's absolutely amazing. And the best thing about Sarah is she's so down to earth. I love her to bits. She's just an absolute sweetheart to work with, and on stage, she's just an incredible talent. I'm privileged to share the stage with Sarah every night, as well as the rest of the guys. They're all a lot younger, than me, myself, and Sarah. But they're one hell of a talented bunch of guys, like, as well. So hats off to them, what they do every night.
How's it been for you being like the front man of this incredible band?
Yeah, nerve-wracking at first because, no matter who's behind you, I suppose all eyes are on you when the lights come up. And that's the thing. And that's, as I said, that's what I wanted to get across to people. It's not a looky-likey, soundy-likey, show. It's us celebrating his music. It's our version of it, of what we do. And I think a lot of people get that, especially afterwards outside. People love the acoustic set. And it's, as I said, it's only 3 or 4 songs, but it just sets it apart from anything else that's been done out there. And it's incredible. You could hear a pin drop in the theatres when that part kicks in and when we're finished. So that sets it aside. So yeah, getting into the swing of it for the first couple of weeks was hard, as I said. Huge learning curve with the audiences in theatres. They're a little bit different than the party atmosphere I would have been used to. But I'm getting there now, and I'm a lot more relaxed, and I'm enjoying it a lot more as well, which is the good thing.
That's cool. And like a couple of weeks ago, I mean, when we spoke, you were especially excited for playing Wexford and Dublin, like going back home, playing some shows over there in those beautiful venues. How was that experience when you finally got to live it and play the show there?
It was really cool because obviously I got to have family there, and my dad was there. My dad never gets out or comes to any of my shows. He's home proud and he's housebound. He just stays in the house all the time ever since my mum passed away. And we finally got him out to a show, and he was sitting with his brother in the front row as well. So it was an amazing moment for me. He started crying and said how proud he was of me. And I was like, stop, I'm on stage. I'm going to stop well enough. But it was very cool to have him there and to see that. And then Dublin playing the Helix was amazing. The crowd wasn't quite as good as we'd hoped it would be, but it was Valentine's night. The Ireland rugby match was on. It's midterm, there's people away with kids, so it was just a bad weekend for ticket sales. But the people were there, absolutely rocked, and they loved it. So, I enjoyed the whole experience. And there's nothing like playing at home. You can't beat that,
No, I'm glad. And like you mentioned your mum before, like I know like she's always, even though she passed before you started, doing this and doing it professionally, you always find a moment in your shows to honor her and pay tribute to her. Have you found a moment, or you found that there's a moment even privately for you in these shows where she's still present for you and you're honoring her even though it's not your original music?
I do, and I try and look at the show as if you are the artist going out to do those songs, to honor the songs in that way and give it your all, like it's your show. Yeah, and I think you have to do that. And anybody that does a tribute act, I think, will tell you the same thing. You got to give it your all, no matter who's out there. But definitely during the slower songs, like Doing This, it's a very heartfelt song, and people are really listening to that, and what would you be doing if you weren't doing this? And at some point, she always pops into my head during every show. She's always there, and I go, is she looking down and saying I'm proud of him or whatever? I don't know, but it's nice to have her in my memory. I wish she could have got to see me do the show. But what was really cool was one of the shows. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but they never told me. But her brother, who lives in the UK, and his family, they were actually in the audience. And they had a banner made up. I didn't even know they were coming to the show. And I was like this with the lights, trying to see who it was. I was like, oh my God, it's my mum's brother. So that was really nice that he got to see the show as well. And we were chatting about her afterwards. And yeah, that was cool.
Oh, no, I love that. You've said before, you've said a couple of times now that it's a celebration of Luke Combs' music. Like, what can people, not a tribute, what can people expect when they come to the show? Like, how does it look once you get going up on the stage?
I was even blown away the first time when I went to see it. And do you know what it is for me? As I said before, I'll be honest, doing something on this scale I hadn't done before. So even when we shot the promo video, we did it in a theatre in Weymouth, and I walked into the theatre, and when you see this the scale of the show, with the whole backdrops and everything set up, like it looks so good and it looks huge. And then when the band kick in, I mean, the band are just they're top shelf. They're just incredible. And I think, I mean, the comments, people are blown away by the music, the talent of the band, Sarah especially. They're blown away by my vocals. Sometimes people come up and say, "Oh my God, and you sound just like him," or your American accent, and then you start talking and you're Irish, but we thought you were American from the get-go. So a whole different, vast range of experiences, but I definitely think people get their money's worth, and I think some of them are quite pleasantly surprised when they leave. They weren't expecting it. Like, we've had a couple of people come up to us and go, "That's like the best show that's been in this theatre." That's not big-headed or egotistical thing. This is people saying it to us, and even the theatre managers are feeding back this information, and they're saying, "One of the best shows we've ever had in here." So when you get feedback like that, you go, "That's pretty cool. That's our job done." Yeah, and once you send those people home that have paid money for tickets and they're happy, and for the 2 hours that they're there, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that must mean the world, hearing that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. It's pretty cool, all right. And as I said, we've had loads of kids, 10, 12 years of age, and it's been their first show. And I suppose theatres are a bit different to concerts because they can come and it's a safe environment with their parents and they can sit and relax, and it's not like you're being bumped into by massive crowds or anything like that, and they get to experience the kind of show or what they're going to expect, because some of them are going, "Oh, we're going to actually see Luke Combs whenever he's here in August or whatever it is, and really loves the show, and we know all the songs and they're singing along, and that brightens their day, and it's amazing to watch them to go away and they're happy and they get a photo with you, and you're happy that they're happy. Your job is done.
And they're definitely looking happy. Like, from what I've seen on socials, like all the videos of like loads of like moments where people are lighting up the theatres with their phones for certain songs. That must be just wild. Like, to be on the stage and have all those lights just lighting up for you because of what you're doing and how you're making them all feel.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, the first time I did it was in the Manchester, the Bridgewater Hall. And that place is enormous. But even when I walked in, I got scared. I was like, "I can't believe I'm playing." So I was looking around like this, going, "I can't believe I'm getting to play somewhere this size. This is incredible." And it was genuinely like being at a concert. It was incredible. Like, when all the phones lit up. When I asked them, I'll say, "Can we take your phones out and sing along?" And sometimes I take out my in-ear monitors and you can just hear at the top of their voices people singing back. And I just love that. It's pretty cool. Awesome. You can only imagine how the actual artist feels when the song they've written like that is being sang back to them. It must be just mind blowing. One
day when you're back playing your original music.
You never know.
I mean, you're in the middle of a week off right now, which sounds like it's very much needed because, like you say, it's a lot of traveling, it's a lot of like dates, and I know you're sort of used to playing a lot of shows, but how have you been spending your week off? Have you been like resting up, or are you already like chomping at the bit to get back out there on Friday?
I'm chomping at the bit. I'm back out tomorrow. I'm looking forward to. I tell you, what it is, I have a singer-songwriter thing with Sarah, Jory, and Yannick, the guitar player, in Birmingham tomorrow night. So I get to do 2 or 3 original songs at that. Well, Sarah and Yannick back me on steel guitar and acoustic guitar, and they're doing a couple of songs as well. So good networking opportunity for me. Gasoline and Matches will be there. They're doing it as well.
Oh, I love that.
So and then Friday we head off. It's been a tough week. We got some bad news last week that my dad was diagnosed with cancer. Oh. So that kind of that hit really hard. I got off the plane and my sister was down in the hospital, and she rang me with the news. So it wasn't easy to do last week's shows. With that on your mind as well, but. Yeah, it's been a tough week. So I've spent a lot of the week, visiting him and just being down with him for a little while I'm home. So, and it's great because when I finish these shows, I'm back Sunday. I actually have a pub gig in Ireland on Sunday night, and then I have a week and a half off. So I'm looking forward to spending some time with him then as well over that course of time.
Oh, that's good. Like, I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you've got some time that you can go down and spend with him and just have some quality time.
That's it, exactly. Yeah, no, it's good because, as I said, my schedule is not as crazy busy. I'm home normally Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays now, which is great. So it gives me a bit of time to go visit him and do bits and pieces and whatnot. So it is a little bit calmer, and it gets quieter then from May as well. So it's all good.
Yeah, but like you said, you said you're doing some festivals. I think you're at one I'm covering. Is it In It Together Festival or?
In a Together festival. Looking forward to that. That was originally supposed to be acoustic, but my other band from Birmingham, the Salt Creek Band, they're actually going to come down and they're going to back me for an hour up on stage. So it's going to be a full band experience there, which is great.
Oh, no. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I'll be there anyway. I'll be there. I'll be dancing because it's not in a theatre.
Sounds good.
But I am looking forward to coming out to this show in April. I think I'm coming to one of those dates to actually.
Oh, brilliant!
Get April. To see you do your thing.
Yeah. We'll make sure we put on an extra performance that night now. Make sure you go away happy.
I'm sure I will. You said you're doing the round tomorrow with Gasoline and Matches and Sarah and all of that. Do you think you guys from the band will collaborate in your own right going for outside of the show, like once everything's wrapped on this tour?
I would definitely. I mean, the band, as I said, I have my own band, Salt Creek Band, anyway, where we do festivals and honky tonks and stuff like that. But definitely, I would love to collaborate more with the guys as well, with Yannick and the rest of the guys in the band, and Sarah as well. Yeah, 100%. Sarah does a lot of stuff in Europe, and she's back and forth to Nashville all the time, so she's quite busy. Even when we have time off, Sarah's never off. She's out in Nashville doing something, or she's away somewhere. She's always been booked for something. So Sarah's great, and she's loads of contacts, and she's more than willing to open up her contact book to you and help you out as much as she can as well. So hopefully that will open some doors.
Well, that's cool. And speaking of honky tonks, you've played like Little Nashville now. Like, how do you find that? Because I couldn't get to that show and I was gutted because the stuff I saw afterwards online, like on their socials, it looked like you really rocked that place and it got rowdy.
I absolutely love Little Nashville. I love playing there. That is my kind of place, a honky tonk where everybody's having beers. I'm having beers. Even though I shouldn't, I'm supposed to be professional. We kind of let our hair down a little bit there.
Country, you get away with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a great venue, and it's always so packed, and everybody's up for such a good time there. We did the other one as well in London, Buck and Bull. That was great fun as well. The same, there's like 700 or 800 people there, just ready to party. And they loved all the songs. They're singing along, even to the old. We do a lot of 90s country because the guys are all that age, and that's our favourite genre country. We don't have too much modern stuff in there, like Morgan Wallen and bits and pieces, but we'll do all Garth stuff and Dwight Yoakam. But that's the thing. These audiences, they all know it. One of my favourite songs to sing, I love Hank Williams Jr., called Family Tradition. I don't know if you know that song.
Yeah. My granddad plays that song. I would
always say to the guys, or the guys would say to me, going, I don't think they're going to know that. They're a bit of a young audience. And you start the song and everybody's singing along. So it just goes to show you that country music still lives on. Even though the modern stuff is amazing, you can't beat the timeless classics from back then, and everybody knows it. It's drilled into us.
No, yeah, 100%. And that's the music that got me into country, with my granddad playing that in the car. So it's always special to me, even though, like, it's not from my time. If it wasn't for Granddad, I'd probably maybe not know it as well. But yeah, I love it. So yeah. I'm down for it.
It's funny how we get into these things, isn't it? My dad was in the army when I was younger, and I think I was either 8 or 10 around that age, and he brought home a Garth Brooks tape. One of his friends had given to him, and my dad's like, "That's not my kind of country at all. He's the real, Hank Williams and Johnny Cash, all that kind of proper old school country." And he's like, "Garth Brooks is not country." So he dismissed this tape anyway, but I wore the tape out. I absolutely fell in love with him. I was like, that's who I want to be when I grow up.
I
absolutely love the guy.
How excited were you when Garth announced that he was doing Hyde Park? Because I did think of you, because I knew you were such a massive fan.
I am, and I'm not even going to get to it, would you believe?
I saw you playing the tour on that night.
I know, I'm so good at that. I'm not going to get to it, but look, what can you do? Here's a cool thing, right? Because I work with Garth's guitar player, who's been with for 30 years, Chris Lusinger, and Jimmy Mattingly, his fiddle player. I get them to do all the parts on my album that I want to do, and they're lovely guys. But I was actually chatting with Sarah backstage the other day, and I said, have you ever met Garth Brooks? And she goes, oh yeah. She goes, I had dinner in his house with him and his wife, Sandy. I was like, no. It was, yeah. So she's telling me she was over in Nashville, and a friend of hers who she was over visiting was like, oh, we're going for lunch tomorrow at a friend's house. She was like, oh yeah, okay, brilliant. They arrived at this house, she had, who was sitting there at the table playing guitar, only Garth Brooks. I was like, oh my God, that's my dream come true. I said, what was he like? She goes, he was an absolute gentleman. She goes, he's such a lovely guy. She said, we sat there for 2 hours having dinner, just chatting about music and bits and pieces. She goes, I've seen him a few times since as well. So I still have to meet him. I'm like, it's going to happen. It has to happen.
It has to, especially now, seeing as you're giving up being able to go to the show. That's a true professional, because I think I might have found a way to pull a sickie or something. So if that's not a
It's
reason
somebody
for
else.
people to buy tickets to this tour and sell it out,
Yeah, I'm like to Sarah. Can you not just stick on a beard for the night and go out and sing my part?
I don't know how she'll feel about you asking her that.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot.
But yeah, if I could get to the show, I would. But unfortunately, well, I don't know. Maybe Sarah's contacts. She might hook me up while he's over here. We'll see.
Yeah, you
And
just
also
come over
my
for a little
my
while.
publisher, the guy I'm signed my publishing deal with, he's really good friends with Garth. I've had music pitched to Garth's manager Bob Doyle through this guy, so I'll have to get to meet him at one
You've
stage.
got all these connections. It's bound to
I
happen. It's
know.
just a matter of time.
Yeah, we'll bump into him somewhere. Don't worry.
Yeah. Like you mentioned, Luke Combs is playing some shows obviously over here as well. Are you and anyone from the tour planning to go out to any of those shows?
I don't know if we'll make any of them. I'm not going to Ireland, and the only reason I'm not going to ones in Ireland is because it's in Slane, and I'm too lazy to walk the 2 or 3 kilometers there and back. I'm too old at this stage now to be queuing up and doing all that kind of stuff. So, I might get to go to one of the ones in Europe, and it's actually, would you believe, it's nearly cheaper for us to fly to Europe and stay in a hotel and to get to see him there than it is to go 2 hours up the road. It's crazy.
It is. It's ridiculous. I've had that before with some big artist touring. It's like it shouldn't be the case that you can literally fly to another country and it'll be cheaper.
Yeah. And it's not the artist's fault, I suppose. I mean, it's the venue and they're hiking up the price of the tickets and everything. So, look, what can you do?
I know it is what it is, but it always just.
I think we need Luke to come and join us one of the nights and actually do a couple of songs on stage. I think that'd be great if they could organise that.
That would be
so
sick.
7 productions, make it happen.
Well, yeah, get her like calling everybody in a box. He's going to be over. He's got a bit of downtime.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah. Well, the other guy that does the Luke Combs tribute. What's his name?
Liam.
Yeah, Liam was over in his bar and he met him and he was talking to him and everything, wasn't he? So Liam would have more of a chance of getting him to a show now, I'd say, than the rest of us.
He did, yeah. I spoke to Liam a little bit back. He did Keep It Country Festival in October, and I covered that. And he was chatting about that, and that just sounded like a wild experience. So yeah, could be all 3 of you, and then no one will know what the hell's going on.
There we go. Exactly.
I don't know who's the real Luke.
I know. Liam does an amazing job, and I seen as well. Like, fair play to him. Exactly the same thing. He's staying true to himself as well, and he's concentrating on his own music. I love that as well. That he hasn't just lost himself completely in the whole tribute thing. It's good to see.
100%. Like with you, it is respectable, because it would be an easy thing to do to just follow this and then put everything by the wayside. But it's good that you got to keep your own stuff as running parallel and doing both. I love that.
That's the thing, and I suppose it was said to me, and when Sam asked me, did I want to do this? Sam's my manager. I said, look, I don't want to get pigeonholed into being a tribute. And he goes, no. He said, but think about it. He goes, you're in front of 500-600 people a night. It's a great springboard for you to push your own stuff. And to be fair, people, because you're the lead singer of the show, they always want to go and look up who you are afterwards. So I'm in the booklet and everything. And to be fair, my social media has grown hugely since I started it, because people want to follow you and see what you're up to and what you do. So it's great to push your own music then as well while you have that following.
100%, and then we can get that album a little bit sooner, hopefully.
Yeah, one of these days.
I've got my fingers crossed. I'm manifesting. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. But
one more song to finish. That's it. That's all I have to finish. One more song.
One more song, right? Is it just what the song it is? You're just literally waiting for it to record it, yeah.
It's written, done. Just have to get it finished off recording, and then decide on album pictures and album launch. Where we're going to do that? I'm thinking secret here now. Shouldn't be telling you this, but I'm thinking we're going to do like a little Nashville launch album night or something like that, where we just have an absolute party with 400 people. That'd be cool.
I'm definitely coming to that. Then I am not missing another show of yours.
Absolutely invited to that. 100%.
And I will have to drink. I'm a crap dancer, but I can drink and then do a 2-step, so I'll make it work.
That's perfect. Yep, you won't leave the same way you came in, though.
I love it. Well, I'm excited for that. I can't wait for that night. And Noel, thank you so much for your time. I always love getting to chat to you.
Yeah, you too. Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you in April. I can't wait to see you at the show.
April, I will see you in Wakefield. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's Wakefield. That's the one you're coming to.
Yeah,
Well, come early, come back to the dressing room, sit and have a chat with me in the dressing room, and then you can go to the show then afterwards and we'll have a
100%.
drink.
100%. Looking
Sounds
forward to
good.
it. Take care.
Perfect.
Thank you for
Thanks
your
so
time.
much, Deacon. Cheers.
See you now.
Bye.